Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Jason Is This. I got slobber in my mouth. I bit my tongue earlier, and it, whatever. Anyway, welcome to Jason Is a Social Scientist. By Mouth Daily. Pill number 4.22. Alright. Pill 4.22. Pill 4.22. Pop it like a Pringles. Hey, Diana. Welcome to Jason Is a Social Scientist. By Mouth Daily. My poor tongue hurts. I bit it earlier. It's a late start tonight. Got a late start on the show. Some of you probably thought I wasn't even going to start. Good morning. It's still bedtime for me. So, I was out with a friend, and she gave me some medicine and sat with me, and we felt the benefits of our therapeutic medicine. And I have been looking for a therapist. I know, right? And it's going to be really difficult to find the therapist I'm looking for. I used to see a man named Dale Decker, and he was amazing. He is amazing, probably still. I didn't really enjoy the phone call I had with him today, or yesterday, I guess, technically. But that doesn't make him a bad person. He's a really good clinician, I think. Anyway, he stopped practicing in 2018. But when I was seeing him, I probably saw him for a year, probably 2017 to 2018. Hey, Kat. Nice to see you. And he was just the person I needed to see. I think I can expose. I can say this because I don't have any confidentiality agreement with him. I was the patient. But yeah, he's I think a gay man for sure. I think HIV positive. LGBTQ affirming. Trauma informed. I mean, this guy was like made for me. And I arrived on his couch and just weeped every, I don't know how often we saw each other, but I would just weep. But I didn't have to explain anything to him, or not too much. And that's what I really needed. But then it was devastating. You know, I could see if I was the therapist in his position, hearing some guy weep about HIV when you don't have your own HIV, that's too much. That's too much even for a saint. So, I get it. So he stopped practicing in 2018. And, you know, I've been limping along. Nice to see you too. Hey, James. The show's back, James. The show is back. But yeah, like when he stopped practicing, and I guess at that time Claude said he was just being an administrator of his practice. But when I Googled his name, he just started seeing patients again this year. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. And then I texted him before I left a voicemail before I had Claude do research on him, because I was like, what the fuck happened to this guy anyway? And nothing bad happened. There's nothing. He just went to. It says he became an administrator, and now he returned, and he's just focusing just on CBT. So if anybody's looking, and for insomnia. So if anybody's, I bet she's only doing it because it's really effective, and he's really he still wants to help people, but in a way that's sets boundaries for him emotionally. And I bet you, if you have insomnia and you live in Wisconsin, I'd highly recommend Dale Decker. But he won't see me again. Good morning. Hi, Chloe. And so on top of that, I have a coworker who's a therapist that I really admire. And she has a really healing and warm presence. And she's been practicing for a long time. And I went to her for a recommendation because Dale's not practicing. And if I could, I imagined at least, if I could pick anybody as my therapist, because I work in a clinic full of therapists. There's 3 clinics. There's a lot of therapists. And if I could, I thought if I could pick one, her healing presence is what I wanted. And I went to have a conversation about it. And she just pathologized my thinking and my fears. And she didn't meet me where I was at. And maybe we just haven't built the relationship where that she can trust me enough to do that. But that's not what I need right now. I don't need somebody to call me and tell me everything's going to be okay. I need somebody that's going to be like, look at the facts. This man's not sick. He's sick in ways. But he's not crazy. Well, he's crazy. But he's not always wrong. He's not always wrong. Let's... Hi, Osiris! He is crazy. He's sometimes wrong. But I need somebody to please go into something that I might be right. Like the Kurt Cobain's, I always say, come back to his quote. I always loved it from the day I heard it, but it's like, it's even more powerful. I remember where I was at when he committed suicide. I was in Madison here. I lived in Baraboo at the time, like 50 miles here. My friend Joni and I, and her boyfriend Steve, we drove from Baraboo, or from North Freedom. We lived in North Freedom, which isn't far from Baraboo. And we were in the mall parking lot, and it was a rainy day, whatever day that was, and we heard it on the radio. And we all really liked Nirvana, but my friend Joni especially. She introduced me to Nirvana when nobody knew Nirvana, and I remember her mom used to saying about what was it, a Teen Spirit, and a potato. There's some line that she thought it said potato. Anyway, we were in that parking lot, and it came on the radio, and Joni just was weeping. And Kurt Cobain had a quote. His quote was, "Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you." Yeah, and these times for sure, Chloe. Oh, that bitch, Osiris. She's a fucking bitch, honestly. Because I just tried to go back to her again, right? Michelle is her name. If anybody needs therapy, don't go see Michelle at Vivint. All right. The first time, I didn't like her the first time either, right? Osiris, she was terrible that time, and you were right to not like her. I didn't like her either. she didn't trust me or whatever it was. I think then, like a few years later, I think after the show, whenever the show was over, I went back to her because my clinician said I should go back to her, and that's the therapist at the clinic I work at. And so I went back, and the second time it was okay. I saw her like 3 times. It was probably like 2 years ago, and she was meeting me roughly where I needed to be. It felt like she had matured as a therapist, and I had calmed down as a patient, so I was like in a healthier place. And so we met it was okay. And she was helping me come up with goals that were legitimate. But I had a lot of other stuff going in my life, and I couldn't focus on that, and I didn't even know how helpful it would be, honestly. But it wasn't terrible. But, you have to see a person pretty regularly to maintain a therapeutic relationship. Otherwise, the relationships end, and you have to start over as a new patient. And so, we were at that point, nothing bad happened, but I just stopped seeing her, and I needed to reestablish. And that was just the other night. This is the beginning of the suicidal crisis, and helped maybe lead to the show restarting. Because if a therapist isn't there to catch you or be there for you, you're just left with Claude and Facebook Live. But no, so I went there. I had I remember when I scheduled the appointment, it was supposed to be a 1 to 2 hour intake appointment. And as Osiris knows, we've had 2 intakes with this therapist already. So she should know me, or she could look up and saw that I was a patient twice. And it was a 1 to 2 hour. That's like, I work in a clinic. An intake, we don't have hour and a half intake maybe, and that's for a brand spanking new patient. We don't have 2 hour intakes. And so anyway, that's a lot of time. Anyway, okay, I was fighting with my wife that morning, and I was 20 minutes late. I called ahead of time, and I understood that I could need to reschedule, and I would have accepted that begrudgingly. But, I got to the clinic, and I was visibly crying, and I said, I'm really distraught right now. Can you make an exception? Can you ask her that? And the receptionist did that, and I waited for 10, maybe 15 minutes, and she never even fucking came out to tell me that she couldn't see me. She didn't come out to assess whether or not I should go to the ER. She didn't come out to even look me in the eyes and tell me, a clinician that has suddenly 2 hours free in their day can't come out to granted, I wasn't an established patient, so she had no liability to come out to see me. But as a human being and a responsible clinician, she should have waltzed her ass out of the fucking whatever she was fucking doing and looked me in the eye and said, are you okay? Are you going to kill yourself? Should you go to the ER? If she can't fucking see me for an hour and a half. Anyway, what a fucking cunt. Put it nicely. She didn't care if I died or lived. I don't know. I don't know if she knew the depth of the crisis. But I tried to communicate it. And why not? Why not just see me? It's 20 minutes late. I've had so much time. Anyway, it's again, so dark. Medicine. I had some great medicine tonight, and I had a really deep connection with my friend. I was able to share things that it was just I just found something in my pocket, and I didn't know it was there. I was reaching for a penis, and that's there too. This is 4.22. This says foreskin too. Foreskin. I put skin in the game. But anyway, I found this. And when I was watching the pill Oh no, when I was rewatching the Pill 197 and recording it for like getting a screenshot or like a screen recording of the Pill 197 so I could post Eileen on it, she pointed out the fact that she like was standing up like talking to all of you, and she said, I gave these to Jay. Said and there's two of them. I think the other one might be at work. I have to look, but this was in Amy's room. And Eileen gave this to me. So yeah, this is part of the set too. And let's see what, oh yeah, I got the good medicine. Thank you, Osiris. Exactly. Or if she didn't want to do the appointment, she should have assessed me and sent me to the ER. You know, I work in a psychiatric clinic. I have for 6 years. Before that, I worked for 12 years on an inpatient unit and was board certified in psychiatry. I have good clinical judgment. And she made poor clinical judgment that day. Period. And it was hurtful. Anyway, I'm sorry I called her a cunt. That was mean. And I don't mean that. It was just really painful what she did to me. I got really in trouble one time. One time I called someone else a cunt on this show. I don't know if it was By Mouth Daily, but it was live. I think it was before By Mouth Daily. It was. And, my friend Diana, who I worked with for years and years and trusted, like with a lot of personal information, like the fact that I used to be an opiate addict, that I had injected IV opiates, and that I had stopped and had stopped for a long time, for years. She knew this about me, like, and then when I contracted HIV, she was like, to a group of nurses, like I have one real friend there. She came to me afterwards and told me what happened. But Diana was like actively speculating about how I contracted HIV, and maybe it was because of my IV drug use. Like, that's really mean. And like, really mean. And then, like, if she wanted to know how I contracted HIV, I think you guys probably know that I would have told her. And it was really hurtful. And, so I found out about that, and I had stopped working. I was applying for disability. I was on short-term disability, and I just wasn't functionally able to go back. Like, the time period where I should have returned to work passed, and like, they considered that I just, like, left my job. You know, like, I quit, basically. But the truth is I wasn't able to go back. And during that, time, I lost my train of thought. I was really distraught, and then I went on Facebook Live before this, and I was drunk or on Whippets or something, and I was telling the story in a really emotionally charged way, and I called her a fucking cunt, just like I just called that therapist a cunt, and it was the lashing out of pain, and I shouldn't do that. Like, I should just, like, state plainly how a person hurt my feelings and not lash out with name-calling. And it had consequences when I did that. Although I quit my job or whatever, I still had my keys for murder and my name badge. And somebody must have seen it live. I'm not sure who, but somebody must have been watching. And Meritor sent the police to my door to collect my keys. Because I think they were afraid that I was homicidal or something. And I was not homicidal. I just lashed out with a name while I was drunk or high because somebody really wounded me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A friend of mine told me that I walk into a room naked so other people feel comfortable enough to get undressed. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Osiris. Oh, I had practiced 1,700 pills just talking at people. And then I went dark for a few years and had time for that to digest, I guess. And then I had some, I met an amazing friend that gave me permission to realize that that's what I was always looking from you all, but you weren't really able to give it to me. You were in a sense, but I needed somebody to somebody in front of me, right in front of me, to tell me that somebody that could see me clearly, somebody that I perceived to be innocent or pure, and that no one is innocent or pure, but somebody that would, from the outside, would normally have a healthy skepticism of who I might be. And for that person to see past that and then say, you're okay, you've been through a lot, and I'm really sorry for what happened to you, and I admire you. That was it was like opening a wound almost. But in a way, I was just blind to how much I had been mistreated. But yeah, and I had a really good time with a different friend tonight. I was able to share things with her that I'm not able to share here, and that felt really good. I was able to share something with her I don't know if I would be able to share with anybody else. It's something I never shared with anybody before. So that was powerful. And they were able to do the same too. That's another lesson I've learned. Authenticity is not the same thing as being naked completely. It is okay for me to have private thoughts and have boundaries about what I expose to you all. That's something else I learned too, from the last edition of the show. Thank you for the compliment, Osiris. Maybe one short nursery rhyme, the premise, and then the pill, the pill, and then bedtime. We started really late tonight. I'm trying to be have boundaries around my authenticity, but be less fearful about being authentic. Hi, Jamie. Nice to see you. Nursery rhyme. I want to get the other copy. This is the paperback copy. I like the hardcover edition. But this is Popular Nursery Rhymes, edited by Jennifer Mulheron. She's this book is so good. I love it. It's a really incredible book. Like my mom had this book. I don't know if before I was born, but at least as early as I can remember. All right, we're gonna flip to a random page. All right, Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Let me sit down. I gotta sit down for this. Hi. Dang it, Dak. Mary had a little lamb. I wonder what she did with that lamb. Let's find out. Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day. That was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. And so the teacher turned it out. But still it lingered near and waited patiently about till Mary did appear. Why does the lamb love Mary so? The eager children cry. Why, Mary loves the lamb, you know, the teacher did reply. That's a nice one. The first of these verses is probably the best known four-line verse in the language. The rhyme was written by Mrs. Sarah Joseph Hale of Boston in 1830, apparently about an incident which was partly true. All right. That's a good one. Let's see. The premise. Is anybody wondering what the show is about? Anybody? Hey, Jamie. Dang it to heck. What is the premise? Thanks, Osiris. Thank you. I love it. It's a really good book. It's like it doesn't add more than it needs to about any rhyme, right? And it leaves you wanting more. Like she knows, I'm sure this like literature professor that edited this book knows a hell of a lot more about these rhymes than that little paragraph that she's saying. But she just gives you enough to leave you wanting more, and it's just like, I don't know, like she just gives you like these little perfect details about I don't know, it's great. Let's see. Come on. Stupid thing. We try a different place. I want to be above the premise, like on the screen, the whole like, and I try to do like my cover photo on my personal timeline because that has the premise right there. That's just an easy grab, but it keeps flipping it to landscape, and that's no good. So let's try it on the page and see if it works better. No! What the heck? Why does everything have to be so difficult all the time? Facebook has got a lot glitchier, it seems like. Anyway, you wonder what the show is about? I wonder sometimes. Whoa. People often wonder what my show is about. The premise is deceptively simple. I take my HIV medication, live on the Book of Face, each day in front of friends, family, and strangers. On my tongue hurts, I bit it. I do so in order to embrace stigma, dispel ignorance, and find support. After 4.22, I don't know why I don't have to do this because it sounds the same. It's 4, but like mine is the skin. 4 minus the skin, if you look at the title of the show. Anyway, after 4.22 pills, after 4.22 shows, it's 0.22 because it's the second edition of the show. Every pill, it's 0.2. Like, we already did the first edition. We swallowed number 4 already once. Now we're swallowing number 4. Okay, 0.22. After 4.22 shows, the show has evolved to include a number of bells, whistles, and bows. I should save the bell for the last bell, for the ding-dong bell. The bells, bows, and other people. That's you. They come back night after night and give me their most valuable resource, their time. The community. The community. Therein lies the support that I was looking for. But a number of bells, whistles, and bows have risen up and around and about the show. Ding dong bell! Boy, does she know! Hell, I mean heck! I love you all. This show has it all. I like to say that it is Cloud Atlas and that it incorporates at least 666 years of entertainment. Why did I just 600? Why would I not put 666? Like, well, the way my mind works, literally, why would I not? I'm looking at this now, I'm like, why did you not say 666? Probably something, it wasn't quite 600 years worth of entertainment, like, because the nursery rhyme book doesn't go back far enough. It's woodcut illustrations from the 15th century. I don't know exactly. But I have artistic license. 666. All right, 666 years of entertainment with Edward R. Murrow's radio broadcasts on record, and cylinders played on a 19th century Edison home phonograph, along with the nursery rhyme book from my childhood containing woodcut illustrations from the 15th century. It is, in a sense, also the Matrix. In a previous iteration of the show, I created something I call the Rainbow Tunnel, in which I harness the power of Grayskull, the eye of Thundera, funneling them through a series of warp nacelles, creating a static warp bubble and a subsequent singularity, punching a hole through the fourth wall, through the fourth wall, and into this, it'll go right into the source. No. Punching a hole through the fourth wall, across, I'm okay. Across the multiverse. And into the source. I like to say this show, wait, is that, what's next? The show now takes place in an echo chamber, created by me. I'm tired. I'm literally tired. Created by me. What about the echo? And it serves as a way station between our reality and the source. Bada bing, bada boom. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Let's see. I don't expect lay people to fully understand that this is advanced social science. Yeah, so the show is also like an old-timey variety show, Carol Burnett style, mixed with a merry melody of Looney Tunes and a measure of Mork and Mindy, a dash of Mr. Ed, and two doses of Alice in Wonderland. A helping of Hee-Haw, heaps of Benny Hill, a hint of the Highlander, tons of the Twilight Zone, a tincture of Teen Wolf, ow, 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 an ounce of Oz, what's like, a quart of Quantum Leap. I gotta practice this. Okay. Quart of Quantum Leap and a gallons of Gilligan's Island. It's a 4-hour show and a 4-hour tour. Piles of Pee-wee's Playhouse. I always think of hemorrhoids. Piles of Pee-wee's Playhouse. A pinch of Peter Pan. A pound of Popeye. I am what I am. A whole block of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and a ration of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Hey, April. Hey, Vanessa. Good morning. And good night. Both and. Let's see. Pound about I am what I am. A whole block of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and a ration of Rocky Horror Picture Show. Do I have the I don't remember saying anticipation line there. I have to look into that. I don't remember saying it. I don't think I've been saying that. Is this not in this version? Let me see. Maybe it is and I just forget. Who knows? I don't think so, though. Let's see. An undone Benjamin Button. A corny ear of Dumbo. Does anybody remember me saying anticipation of the ear? A college try of I Spy. A spoonful of Mary Poppins. And the full Monty Python. Finally, lump in Rick and Morty with a liter of I Love Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. You've got the show. Everything is out of place and out of time here, including and especially me. April will always be pregnant. Harambe will always be ready for her high fives. The first and the second coming will always be risen with the Obamas getting blowjobs from the Woodies. The Supermen and their boners will always be spinsters and sempstresses working the sweatshop. The twin towers will always stand with Lady Liberty. You will have their MTV. Pigs will fly. Disco and dance will reign, like men did in the days of old. I write nightly the future history of anachronism. Hear, hear! On the Book of Face. For your future children and your elderly grandparents. May they enjoy it now in time immemorial. If I were to have people take only one thing away from this show, then it would be the knowledge that HIV is preventable. If you are HIV negative, there's a once-a-day pill that works like a highly effective chemical condom. It's called PrEP, or pre-exposure prophylaxis. And for people who are living with HIV like me, treatment is prevention. By taking my medication every day and maintaining an undetectable viral load, it makes it so I'm not contagious. U equals you. Undetectable equals untransmissible. You could fuck me bareback all day long and never catch HIV from me. It's a brave new world. The future is now, and it's 1969. I want to share one other thing before I take my pill. I said this last night, giving compliments to my friends that they really deserve is really nice. And what I said to my friend tonight, that the gift that she has that's really rare is the ability to look in the mirror without flinching. She's able to look at her past behavior, take accountability for it, name it, not shy away from it. Just look at it. And that's a rare gift. People just can't look at that. At least I feel it's a rare gift. In my experience, people really struggle with that. And I've seen the growth of my friend. I've known her quite some time. And yeah. So give your friends compliments that they deserve. Let's see. Pill number 4.22. Keep asking. Keep asking, Jamie. That's the right question, and you should keep asking it. Let's see. Like if there's like a groundswell that begs me to shower, I don't know if I could say no. But it would need to be a groundswell. I mean, it would be like chanting in the streets, like daily or something. I don't know, like, take off your clothes. Take off your clothes. No. All right. And then I'll think about it. Okay. Let's see. Where are my pills now? I lost them. Here they are. I love you too, Diana. Somebody said, welcome me back in one of my posts, but don't do the showers. That was weird. I think they were like mostly joking, but I was like, is this reverse psychology? Because now I want to do it. Don't tell me not to do it. Okay, all right. I'm like, it's working. Thank you, April. Okay. Thank you all for being here tonight. Pill number 4.22. Like, this reminds me of 420 for some reason. 4.22. It's more like 422. Who knows? It is whatever you want it to be. Pill number 4.22. Thank you all for being here. You are what makes this great. April and all of you. I love you all. Thank you.